Hey, what's up? Great time to be alive. I don't know if you realize this, but right now we're living in a time where technology has come together with humanity to where we can manifest anything at any time and use artificial intelligence to do it for us, to do the work. All we have to do is give it the right prompt. A lot of you are aware of this, but if you really step back and look at it and think about all of the things you used to have to do in order to create or in order to get something done, like it's all at your disposal right now. You can take and have any kind of job done by somebody else at a very fair price and have it done better than you would be able to do it by yourself. So right now is a great time for manifesting, for creating, for speaking your truth and turning it into some form of art or some form of product that you can share with other people, and they can support you by buying what it is that you have to offer. I mean, it's a really beautiful time for sharing now. And, I've always had music. I'm grateful for that. But it's just a different level of creativity these days. And artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, all of this stuff is coming together, and it's good. We fear it because God knows, if something goes wrong, we always have that. Fear is always going to be there. Hollywood has placed that. We've been raised on Hollywood. We've been raised on TV and on entertainment. And entertainment and every TV show has been built on suspense and fear and then a resolution, right? And so, that being said, we can break away from that belief. We can break away from that programming, that tension, that fear, because ultimately there's nothing to fear. Death itself is not to be feared. And who's to say that your consciousness doesn't even need this human body to continue on? There's a lot of theories out there and religions and dogmas of course, and Jesus Christ, the story of him coming here and, everything that he did that has been documented, to show us unconditional love and the magic that he brought. It's so many different beautiful stories of spirituality and love out there. I'm not here to preach or to change your mind about anything, but just to stop right now and recognize whether you're agnostic or anything, atheist or a Christian or a Buddhist or a Hindu or whatever, like this is a really beautiful time to recognize how amazing the imagination and intention and love and creativity can come together. and we have these devices where we can share this. And I used to be just a guitar player in the middle of a living room with nothing. Now I can be a guitar player in my living room with a broadcast that reaches everybody on the planet that has a digital device. So what do I want to say? I have no idea. That's pretty powerful. That's a lot of responsibility, right? Anyway, I'm just grateful to be alive. There's been times in my life recently where things got really heavy and I started to question my purpose. I started to question why I'm even here. I've had some really heavy things happen with my family and some experiences that I never want anybody to ever have to go through. I love my family. I have a big heart. I am very generous, and I'm generous to everybody. I love my life. I live in abundance. I support my friends' businesses, which isn't always a good thing. I bring people along, and that's not always a good thing because, we have agreements and sometimes those agreements don't get met, and then we have resentments and we lose the relationships. So I've had a dance with that with several people I care about immensely, and it doesn't always turn out great. So I've had to readjust, pull myself back in. I took myself out of the picture of social media. I got out of that rat race. I deleted both of my 5,000 friends' profiles because I really don't want the responsibility or obligation of keeping the algorithm going or keeping people up to date with what I'm doing. I'd rather take that energy and focus it on working on myself and creating security and freedom for myself so that I'm more capable of helping more people and having a better life without fear of what other people think about me. There's plenty of other people that will talk and spread rumors about you online, even my own family, because of their jealousy of me, and they're desperate because, they tried to screw me over and they got screwed themselves, or whatever the story is behind that. But there's a lot of things that have happened that I don't want to bring any energy or attention to anymore, that is just sad. Drug addiction and unconsciousness and mental illness is a real thing. And my family suffers from it. My siblings they're all still on drugs and dealing with mental illness and inability to actually function in life without depending on other people or stealing from other people or stealing my energy. And I had to break away from it. If you know, you know. But I love my family, and I'm sad because I want my family to be united. I want my friends, my family, everybody to be united and get along. But we have these egos, and it's never going to be just that easy, As you probably have your own version of that with your family and people in your life that you're just not resonating with. And that's fine. That's part of the experience, right? But I say all that to say this. I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing about anything. And sometimes I'll get some information and I'll regurgitate it. But original thoughts are only going to come if I go within. And that's where my music has taken a turn, because it's not here to be pop. It's not here to serve the pop culture, right? I already made the mistake. I had this really crazy dream last night that somebody came up to me and they were like, you sold out. And in a way, they said, we thought you were this because of the way that you looked and you carried yourself, but then we listened to your music and it just didn't match up. And I was like, damn. Oh, it's too late now. So here I am, letting go of all expectations, letting go of any attachment to the results, and giving myself permission to do whatever without having to fit a label or a brand or a name or a reputation, and just take all of the skills and all of the chords and theory that I know in music and just make the best art that I can with it. And a lot of times I'll just grab some chords. I like the reggae. It's always fun. It's always positive and upbeat. And you can talk about gratitude. It's what I need for my attitude. Yeah, I've got a hit song called Gratitude. It got nominated for Song of the Year, but I didn't win it because I'm not that popular. And it's all about popularity. But I try to keep it on the positive. I like to talk about self-love. I like to talk about loving others. I like to talk about acceptance and just the human experience. Invincible, I'll never claim to be. Lessons I've learned have almost killed me. I could only endure so much. I needed to move before I got crushed. And sometimes my voice is a little out. I don't use auto-tune. I'm not a perfect singer, but just putting the words to any kind of chord progression is what it's about. 3 chords and the truth, right? So this is a B minor with a reggae twist. I could go to an A minor with a finger picking thing, right? To F, to C, to G. A lot of pop songs are this combination. It's a 6 minor to to a 5, to a 4, to a 1. I know, actually to a 4. We are here to make a change. And if we didn't even do anything, the fact that we were here to witness the miracle of this consciousness would be enough. I don't need to go and save the world. I can do it from my room. I don't need to fix anything. I'll mind my own business. People can say what they want about me. It's none of my business what they say in the community. We've all got a story to tell. There's no need to yell. Nobody's listening anyway. They're all caught up in their own phones, watching videos. But if you happen to see somebody that may be in need, and you have the capacity to be of aid, then maybe you could consider a trade. 'Cause I remember a time when I was broken and didn't have anywhere to go. I was scared to sleep on the streets, but the streets still welcomed me. It wasn't so bad. My body was resting on the earth. I didn't need to pay the rent. I just needed a couple of blankets to keep me warm. It was nice. I didn't fight, and I slept through the night. Why do I have to own a home in order to be happy? I'm not sure why, but I have a storage unit full of things that I'm not even using. I need to let it go. I am not my possessions. Those are just micro obsessions. I am everything that I need to be without the attention of material things. You get it? You don't need items. You don't need fashion. You don't need approval. You don't need to pay attention to the rat race. You need water, food, sunlight, rest. A place to sleep, a place to bathe, a place to eat. The rest of it is all vanity. What's the size of your community? How many friends do you have on social media? That's not indicative of any kind of value, no. It's just more souls you need to please. But you don't really need to do that, so be at ease, soldier. Put down your gun. Let's have some fun. Let's go for a walk in the sun and get some exercise and breathe real deep as we walk down the street and see the oak trees, the canopy, and all of the birds that live in the trees. It's a beautiful day here in James Island, South Carolina. I am grateful for my 10-year anniversary. When I decided to put down the booze and the trees. I have no idea what I just did, but it was honest and it was authentic. Ugh, and I got nothing to sell you, and I'm not attached to the results. I'm grateful to have this free platform to express myself musically and spiritually and as a human being. I'm nobody special. I tried to act like I was for a while because I thought that's what I needed to do to have some value, but yeah, it's all fleeting. Chasing the wind. Have a great day. If you play music, you don't have to be a master. 3 chords and the truth. Tell your story. Or just talk about your day. But use your creative abilities to create something. You are made in the image of God. God created you so that he would have somebody to love and you could love him back, or whatever that means to you. The universe is all unconditional love. That's what we need to tap into in order to allow ourselves to create our best art. It's all in love. I love you. I love me. Cheers.